My boss wears like a goggles and masks.
Welcome to another episode of Late Night in Japan, where the three of us with rich overseas experience discuss what Japan life is really like. If you want unfiltered, honest information about Japan, you're in the right place. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, today's episode we'll be discussing mass culture in Japan and what we think as locals could be the reasoning behind this mass culture. And if anyone's been to Japan, you've probably noticed that a large amount of people use masks on the regular. Especially I've also lived in the States before, and I remember during COVID, it was a requirement, so everyone's wearing masks and everyone hated it. But as Japanese, wearing masks was a thing before COVID, so it wasn't that much of a culture shock to me. But yeah, I just want to hear your guys' experience of the mask culture in Japan. Steph, could you kind of start us off?
Yeah. So I lived in the US from 0 to 15 years old, and during that time I don't think I've worn a mask a single time during those 15 years.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like even if it's like pollen season or like even if I'm really sick, I still didn't wear a mask. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to school when I'm really sick, but I still didn't wear a mask. So under any circumstances, I don't have a single memory of wearing a mask. But it all changed after I came to Japan, and I had this like pretty big culture shock where like I'm on the train and then I cough once and I feel people looking at me after that one cough, and like they're sort of like pressuring me, like I see their eyes sort of like communicating to me like, where's your mask?
One cough?
Yeah.
One cough?
Like, if you have like three, then you're like everyone's like looking at you.
If you have three, you get tossed off the train. I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. How other Japanese looked at me, like after I cough in public places. So it's like considered in Japan a manner to wear masks, especially if you are sick, and it sort of brings a sense of safety for people around you. And during Corona we all had masks, but in Japan the mask culture is still sticks in the workplace and everyone as well. So after people at my workplace are still wearing masks, and I'm still questioning.
Yeah,
because you don't need it.
Yeah, it's true. Like I personally, I don't use masks. Like it's because I just don't like it. It's not comfortable. But I do, just to add on to your comment about the trains and people wearing masks in trains. To add on to that, I would say even if you don't have a cold, a lot of people still wear masks on the train to protect themselves from catching colds from other people. Because especially when you're commuting in those rush hours, it gets really packed. I know my mom, she's Japanese, and she always wears a mask while she commutes to work, just because she doesn't want to risk catching a cold. So I feel like people are a lot more cautious. In the States, it's like if you catch a cold, it is what it is. What can you do about it? But here, people like, not everyone, because I'm certainly not those type of people, but a lot of people do. They're very cautious about spreading germs and protecting themselves.
They are, but I feel it's not working.
Yeah, like even if you do wear a mask, like you'll still catch a cold. It's not 100%.
Yeah, it's funny. People that wear masks often get sick more than me. I never catch a cold.
The irony. What about you, Tate? What's your experience of
Well, yeah,
Japan mask culture?
Japan mask culture. Well, just like Steph mentioned, so I've lived overseas for a total of 13 years, and just like Steph mentioned, I didn't go to school with one single sneeze, and I think that's more human-like. But in Japan, even if you sneeze, even if you have a cough, you wear a mask, and you go to school, and you go to work. Like people in Japan, I don't say every Japanese person is like that, but I feel like people in Japan don't prioritize, taking care of themselves. But like they going to school or going to work is number one priority for them. So wearing a mask is probably the most effective way possible to balancing everyday life and infection prevention at the same time.
So it's like you would only skip school or work if you have a fever.
Like a legit fever.
Yeah, but if it's just like a cold, you'll wear a mask and go to school. Is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the culture.
So like
oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to add on, like, after you get the fever, there's some people that say, like, why didn't you wear a mask to prevent it in the first place?
That's so
Oh my God.
That's Japanese culture.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, also I think Japanese people are really aware to their health at the same time. So, because I see a lot of student athletes wearing masks even during summer, and I'm assuming they're eliminating their every risk of getting sick and not being able to play in the game. So. Yeah,
also
and
during pollen season, I was gonna add on to that.
Kahun show.
Kahun show. Do any of you have kahun? Any of you are kahun show?
Yeah, I'm Kahun show.
Me this year, yes.
My condolences. I'm not kahun show yet. So
wait, Steph, what do you mean by this year?
No, I don't. I think this is the first year I had.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, I wanna. Not a happy place.
Yeah, apparently it's no joke. Like people get medication, like prescribed.
Yeah.
So.
I even took a blood test.
Yeah.
To check if I actually have pollen fever.
Is that a thing in the States though? Because I never heard of it being this much of a big deal. Do we just not have that much pollen?
I have no idea.
Did you have pollen allergies in US?
Yeah, if you're from the States, please let us know in the comments. We're curious about that.
That was 10 years ago.
What did you say?
I was just gonna say it's a big thing. The pollen, pollen allergies in Japan.
My boss wears goggles and masks.
My boss too. He has special glasses just for the pollen season, so he doesn't get pollen in his eyes. I'm like, dang.
He's doing everything he can.
I know, hardcore. But I would add, there are people who use masks not health related issues. So you'll see a lot of women wear masks when they don't want to do makeup. Maybe they'll run a few errands and they don't want to get ready, they don't want to do makeup, so they'll just put on a mask. Or maybe you're going to work or school and you slept in and you don't have time to do makeup, so you just put on a mask.
Also, when you take out your wisdom teeth, it bloats up, so you kind of wear a mask to hide that.
I see.
I think some men wear it to hide their mustache or beard sometimes. And they forget to shave. That's also one way to use masks. Yeah, during COVID,
I wear masks. I sometimes wear masks when my breath is super stinky. The coffee flavor doesn't come off, and I smell like a ossan. Sometimes I wear a mask.
Or this is sad, but like if you don't like your face, how it looks, because like
That's so
there's
sad.
this word maskubijin. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that comes from
I mean, to all Japanese people, please take care of yourself and love yourself.
yes, self-love. Self-love is
Self-love.
needed. All right, so I think I'll wrap this episode around here. But yeah, Japan, like I said, has a unique mask culture, and if you're ever going to visit Japan, it may not hurt to bring some masks, or just buy masks in Japan because they sell them everywhere. But yeah, if you're visiting Japan for the first time, please don't be surprised, and if you see people wearing masks, just remember this video, and I hope that it was educational, and like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Sayonara.
Bye.
Stand it up.